All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Noah Aguilar. I'm a rising senior at Occidental College. And this summer, I participated in the InternLA internship at the San Gabriel Valley Council of Governments. So what is the Council of Governments? Basically, all councils of government, there's plenty of them across California and across the United States, are joint powers authority, meaning all of the cities, the unincorporated communities, the water districts, all of those jurisdictions basically signed agreements to let a government agency have authority in the area. And so for us, that's the San Gabriel Valley. That's everywhere east of Eagle Rock, starting with Pasadena all the way to Pomona to the edge of the county line with San Bernardino. And we basically focus on regional planning and programs as well as regional infrastructure projects, just all projects and programs that transcend city borders. So what I was working on was, as the sustainability intern, was their food recovery program, or Fresh SGV. And the food recovery program basically arose from the passage in 2016 of SB 1383, which, among other things, required that all edible food generators, which is like grocery stores, supermarkets, hotels, restaurants, all edible food generators have to donate and recover all of their excess food by 2024. So in 2021, the COG launched Fresh SGV to support food generators, support food recovery organizations, because all of a sudden there was this increased demand for their work, and support our member cities for adapting to the new law. And basically, the current state of the project is we just finished our hub pilot program, which is I'll discuss later. And then cities have begun sending notices of violation to businesses. So it's 2024 now, and we're finally starting to see some teeth on the bill. We're starting to see cities enforce this against businesses. And then finally, we have also our round one inspections completed. And right now, at the point where enforcement begins, we've reached about 46% compliance, which is really awesome because it means 46% of the food generating businesses in the San Gabriel Valley, about half are donating all of their excess food, which is really, really awesome. It's keeping it out of the landfill, giving it to people in need. And so our Fresh SGV program basically works like this. There's three main food recovery hubs that we funded, and they're connected to many, many edible food generators and businesses. And then those three hubs redistribute the food to smaller food pantries like local churches and other nonprofits. And then those send it out to the community. And so we have the hub and spoke model. We also support all food recovery organizations as much as possible through grants, technical assistance, those types of things. And then for businesses, we do a lot of outreach, we do workshops, and then we perform on-site inspections and give them support in getting with the compliance. And my responsibilities, basically as a member of Fresh SGV, I was working on all aspects of the program. It was a four-person team, me as well as four other people. You can see here that's Turner, my supervisor, and Joanna, one of my coworkers. And along with that, there was Mackenzie, and then Paulina joined the team later on. And so what we were working on was evaluating our hub pilot program, seeing how well that hub model worked, and then inspections, basically looking at the inspection reports, seeing what's happening on the ground, seeing what EFGs are really in high need of assistance, how we can best connect EFGs and FROs, how we can support cities with the differing levels of enforcement that they're applying. And then with grants, just researching grants, trying to find more money to support the program, more money to support food recovery organizations, and then just helping with the grants that we already have, helping get those get those completed. Like, for example, we have a healthy refrigeration grant where we're supporting FROs by giving them fridges that will allow them to recover perishable food, which is a lot harder to recover than non-perishable food. So expanding the capacity, that's one example. But we're working with plenty of grants. And then also just day-to-day program support with these types of things when you're really building out a network of food recovery organizations, cities, businesses. There's so much to do every day that just pops up on your plate, and different people are asking for different things and asking questions. So just a lot of day-to-day program support, and then also just file management and record keeping, really making sure that we're staying organized, especially with different staff moving in and out of the program and going into different phases of the program and different levels of access from our um, program partners, like our consultants and stuff. So just keeping everything in order is what I was mostly doing as well. And here we are. That's the Alhambra Teachers Association Food Pantry. We gave $25,000 to them and connected with them with one of our hubs to stock up for the school year. So moving on to the NACE competencies. The first one is communication, and you can see the definition there. And I feel like my internship was so heavily reliant on the communication, because what we were doing was we were building a network. We were building the infrastructure, both physical and just connection building between people and organizations, to allow for food recovery, for every business to have a food recovery organization that they can bring food to, and just really stay interconnected, make sure everyone's operating at capacity, make sure everyone can increase their capacity, making sure cities still are maintaining autonomy in their decision making. So it was a communication across so many different types of networks, like, or businesses, so many different organizations. Communication was with businesses was very different than communication with cities, and that was different than communication with food recovery organizations. And then also across a lot of different channel intensities, whether that was in-person meetings, presentations, emails, inspection brochures. I created a listserv for everyone, just and learning how to communicate across different levels of formality and different types of relationships. And then, of course, public speaking as well, and writing weekly staff updates, analyzing official documents, and making inspection brochure, really honing in on being able to communicate in an official tone. The second competency was teamwork. Again, we are a really big team. You can see in this bottom left, that's all of the COG team, or most of the COG team, at this groundbreaking event that we went to. Basically, I learned a lot about teamwork, because when we're building a network, you have to connect with so many different people and create one big team. And especially with a sustainability issues, you really have to look towards what people are doing on the ground. So we had to learn a lot from the food recovery organizations. And they had stuff to learn from us about getting into compliance. And so really being engaged in these horizontal leadership and horizontal relationships was really helpful for learning how to enhance my teamwork skills. And then finally, just learning to be transparent with your teammates and giving support and receiving support when you need it. That was a big aspect of my internship, and I think I developed good skills on that. For the key takeaways, I would say more deeply interconnected networks lead to more efficient and resilient systems, especially for sustainability issues. Basically, we were funding this program through grants, but what we really want is this program to be able to, we want food recovery to be part of the infrastructure of our society, and we're working towards that. And so the more connected businesses and food recovery organizations and cities, the more connected they can be, the more we can support each other and work together instead of competing for these type of sustainability issues. Secondly, empowered people inspire action. Definitely meeting with the hubs and meeting with some of the food recovery organizations and the people who are on the ground and doing it, and it's their passion was so inspiring, and it inspired everyone to work harder. And just there were a few individuals who we met with who were doing great work, and you could really see the impact of strong leadership on the ground with getting people motivated, getting people creative, just working hard. And that was honestly really awesome to see, because I think sometimes we get so abstract with systems and the impact of systems, but we forget that also individuals can make huge impacts just from their attitude. And then finally, my third takeaway was just that government functions best when it's in collaboration with the community and when there's trust from the community. Luckily, the COG has a lot of trust from the community and from all of its member cities, and they really just let us do the work that we're doing. They leave us alone. The member cities leave us alone. They just push things along when we request for funding, and obviously you want transparency and you want a rigorous democratic process and stuff, but it is helpful when there's trust between leadership and when you're allowed to just embark on a program by yourself and not have so much oversight and not have so much just interference that sometimes plagues governments. And also with a thing like food recovery, these are new issues. These are not things that we have clear answers for. So really engaging with the community, engaging with the people who have done this yields the biggest results. And that was really awesome to see, and just restored a little bit of faith in what government can do when it collaborates with the community. So those were my key takeaways. And then my accomplishment statements. I launched program-wide communication space online with all the cities, all of our program partners, basically just getting everyone on the same page, because it had been very disjointed before. Different cities were asking the same questions, and it really streamlined our process, our communication process, which, like I said, takes up so much of our time. Secondly, I was able to do a lot of research on what other jurisdictions in the state of California are doing for this program. And it was really fascinating to see all of what everyone else is doing and really able to tap into those resources. And then presenting those findings with the consultants and with the staff, because we're developing a plan right now, and really being able to tap into our partners in other counties, in other cities, and seeing what they're doing, and then just create a more comprehensive plan for what we're doing or what we're going to be doing moving forward. And then finally, my last accomplishment statement was that I analyzed and reconciled misaligned budgets for multiple multi-million-dollar projects, leading to the passage of an audit. And this was really important. This is something that I don't think I would learn in school, but it's really essential in the workplace. You want to make sure that funds aren't missing. Initially, the auditors were like, where are these millions of dollars? And so I had to kind of go in there and get my hands dirty and look at all of the invoices, look at all of the receipts, compare the consultant budgets, our budgets, align everything up, talk to people, and just make sure that we weren't misspending money, because this is taxpayer money. We can't be missing millions of dollars or thousands of dollars. Luckily, everything lined up and that wasn't really a big issue, but it did take some investigation, and I think I learned valuable skills in it. So that is everything I have. Just want to say thanks to PJ, Jillian, Jamila, and Emily from the HCC, Turner, Mackenzie, Joanna. Those are my fresh SGV team folks, and then the rest of the COG staff. And then thanks to all you guys, my peers at InternLA. I love the Friday morning seminars with you guys. And then thanks to Oxy and the San Gabriel Valley Council of Governments for giving me this opportunity. All right, that's all I got.